you. In the second session, we'll try to learn and understand basically basics of Turbo C++ compiler, which is very, very important for better coding experience, right? So I hope most of you will be using Windows 10 operating system, and on that you must have loaded Turbo C++ compiler. And in this session, will help you to understand the basics of Turbo C++ so that you will not face any problem while coding, compiling, and executing your programs. So let's see, we'll directly jump to the desktop. I have already loaded Turbo C++ compiler. So from here, you will simply press Start Turbo C, and you will be able to have this interface. So it's very simple. By default, if you go ahead with new, that default file name is CPP. See it here. The name is CPP. CPP means it is for C++. So first of all, I am going to close all the file open. For this, you need to press Alt, then F3. So as of now, no file is open. Then if you go ahead with new file, open. Here with file option, new, with new you are able to open a new file or coding. Whether you press open or you press F3, it will directly take you to, suppose I am pressing F3, it is directly taking me to already created files, already coded files. Like this is my first file which I have just created for testing Turbo C++. Click it, you will be able to open. So again, for closing, Alt F3. Then again I'm going with new file. What I'm going to do, you can do save as. Save, for save you can use shortcut key F2. Right? F2 is the best form. So by default, the file name, like I'm writing second second.c, this becomes the file name, right? So save as, if you want to give another name to the same file, or you want to save the same file with other name, then you can give new name. I'm writing new file, file.c. So the same file is renamed and is known with new name. Sorry, save as will create a new file, right? Save all, if you do, everything, every open file is saved. Then change directory is 1. This says that where your file is. In C directory, we have another directory, Turbo C3. Then within that, bin. So by default, all your programs are saved in bin directory. So I would suggest, as of now, don't make any changes here. So I'm just taking to these points, right? DOS cell not required. For quitting, you can simple quit. So I'm telling you the important point which you need to know while using this Turbo C. Run, to run, and to compile. So first of all, we try to compile. To compile, Alt plus F9. before running you need to compile. Running means execution of the program. So Alt plus F9, I have already told you that Alt plus F9 is to compile any program. Once it is done, then you can go ahead with run. So that is Control F9, right? So Alt F9 to compile a program, and Control F9 is to execute a program, and Alt F5 to see the result. I'm directly on the DOS prompt. So this you are able to see by pressing Alt F5. So this is the very simple thing we can know, and some more thing I will suggest while coding. So I will be giving you an idea by coding a simple program. We all know that by default you need to include stdio.h, that is standard input output header file. Second, hash include conio.h. This is added for console input and output. Any program in C start with main function. Without main, your compiler will not be able to compile any program, any code of yours. Void main means no return type, and if this braces are empty means no parameter. Opening curly braces means beginning of the program, and closing curly braces means end of the program. So within the two braces we need to code. So I'm just going to use a CLR SCR function. This is for clearing the screen of output. Means suppose if you are running a program again and again, then what will happen? You will be seeing all outputs in one go. That will look clumsy. So to remove that, you need to use CLR SCR. It will clear the buffer or the output screen before putting output over there. So now the next program, I am again taking a very simple one, printf inside bracket. This is my second program in C. Then sometimes we used to use get ch. Get ch function is used for getting one character from the user, right? And meanwhile we are able to see the results. So see, this is the program finished with these lines. I'm going to compile. So I'm pressing Alt plus F9. It says success, no error, no warning, means warning 0 दिखा रहा है, and errors are 0. Then Control F9 to compile and see the results. So this we are able to see in one go without pressing any key, because we have used get ch function, which is waiting for one character to be entered by the user. So I'm pressing one key, I'm back on the editor. So let's make a comment. When you press double slash, that particular line becomes comment, means will not take part in the you can say execution of the program or in compilation also. Alt F9, Control F9. I am not able to see result directly. What I have done, I have pressed Alt F5. By pressing Alt F5, I'm able to see program output. Clear? But if you don't want to use Alt F5, then you can use get ch to minimize your effort. So that's how. Alt F5. Now I will re-execute, compile and then execute. Alt F9, then Control F9. I'm able to see the results. Now see the effect of CLR SCR. I made it comment CLR SCR. So now its effect will go. Alt F9, then Control F9, Control F9. As many times you will run your code, you will be able to see output with previous output. To minimize that, the simple funda is use CLRSCR function, right? So to save, simple press F2, it will save. YS, ठीक है? This way, this is all about you need to know as a beginner about Turbo C compiler. And one more important point, help is sometimes important, like press on index, write down suppose printf. Just a minute. Contents. So see here, scanf function is there. Similarly, if we go ahead with printf function, you will be able to get printf function. PRI printf. See it here. You can see or you can get help for any function which you may be using, like C printf, F printf, S printf, V printf. So there are variety, but as we are the beginners, so we need not to worry. And one more thing you can know, by seeing this function, you will be able to understand that these all function belongs to stdio.h or conio.h. So thank you very much for watching. Happy learning. And by pressing Alt F X, you can quit.